Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make MVA DFS videos, now making prize picks videos for you guys. I've been playing professional DFS where you draft players, enter a contest, compete for a top prize up at the top for a couple years now, looking to help you guys now in the prop markets. Let's, before we get straight into the picks, we always recap how I did personally and the night before, the video from the night before. So let's do that. But before we do that, if you are looking for more DFS content, prize picks content, sportsbook content, all that good stuff, my Discord link will be down below. But as you guys know, we don't talk about that much here. We get straight into the picks, but let's recap the night before. We swept the board once again. So it's been a really, really good run. Besides yesterday, we've been absolutely crushing. We took DeJounte Murray PRA and we took Mikal Bridges PRA. We did it again. So another really, really good night. And then my personal picks today, we did Vince fantasy score. He hit that. Fred VanVleet fantasy score. He hit that. LeBron first half points. He hit that. And then if you guys took the Mikal or DeJounte alt lines, he hit his assist but did not hit his points. But yeah, it feels great to bounce back after 2 days ago having a rough day. But we've been absolutely killing it of late. But I want to get this video out early because there will be bumps here. These Toronto props are just too low. And the first one we're going to be starting off with is we're going to be starting off with Jakob Poeltl. We're going to be taking his 12.5 points here. Let's go over to Toronto here. Toronto is going to be without Scotty Barnes. And what that's going to do is in my opinion, I think Kelly Olynyk is going to be moving into the starting lineup if I had to guess. So what that means is Jakob Poeltl's minutes should be a lot more secure in this spot. I would expect over 30 minutes here from Jakob Poeltl. And going up against Charlotte is one of the best matchups in the league. If we go to individual matchups, Charlotte is the third worst at giving up points to opposing centers. So I do think Kelly Olynyk, with him being in the starting lineup, is going to be a significant minutes bump for Jakob Poeltl here. Really good spot here. This is also juiced on the over as well. I feel like this prop is at least half a point too low, in my opinion. If we take a look at overall pace and defensive ratings of both teams, we can take a look at that as well. Toronto, they are 13th in pace here, and they are not good. 23rd in defensive ratings there. So it's a really good spot game-wise. It's a really good spot individually as well. And you have Scotty Barnes out, who is their highest usage player. So there's a lot more usage to go around, a lot more minutes to go around. Kelly Olynyk was taking minutes away from Jakob Poeltl. And if Kelly Olynyk does start, which I think that would be the guess, it's going to help out Jakob Poeltl a ton. Even if Kelly Olynyk does not start, I would expect Jakob Poeltl to get a bump here. Either way, I think the prop's just too low. And the second prop we're going to be going to is RJ Barrett. We're going to be staying in the same team here. And we're going to be taking his points at 21.5 here. Same reasons why I like Jakob Poeltl are going to be kind of the same reasons I do like RJ Barrett here. So if we take a look at the matchup here for RJ Barrett, go to shooting guard. Charlotte, they don't give a ton of points to shooting guard. If we go to shooting forward, it gets a lot better. One of the worst against shooting forwards as well. Same kind of reason on Poeltl is, RJ Barrett already on this team is averaging close to a little bit over 20 points per game. He's going to get a big usage bump here with no Scotty Barnes. This game should stay competitive. In competitive games, when he stays out of foul trouble, he is playing high 30s minutes. His line when Scotty Barnes was in was already, I believe, 20.5. So I think this line is also a bit too low. This is also juiced on the over as well. So that is going to be the second pick there with RJ Barrett. Now, the next pick, we're just going to be going to the other side of this game, and we're going to be going to Tre Mann. We're going to be taking his points at 13.5 here. The reason I like this prop here is we have Cody Martin out for the Charlotte Hornets. What that means is they could do a number of things with the starting lineup. They could start Mitchich, or they did recall Leaky Black, or they could just troll and throw like Bryce McGowan's into the starting lineup. But if I had to guess, it would be Mitchich. But one thing to note here is a couple of weeks ago, Mitchich and Mann, they were kind of eating into each other's minutes. But of late, they have been playing alongside each other. And with Cody Martin out, I would expect them to play alongside each other a bit more here. That is going to make Tre Mann's minutes a bit more secure in this spot. I would expect over 30 minutes. He just hasn't really been hitting shots of late. And the only way he's probably going to miss this prop is if he doesn't hit his shots. We just need him to shoot an average game. I think the shot attempts will be there. I think the minutes are going to be there. I think the usage is going to be there. His usage rate on this team has been really, really solid of late. As far as matchups go, it's a good spot as well. This is also juiced on the over. All right, I'm going to give you 2 bonus picks. These are the main 3 that I like, but I am going to add 2 bonus picks. These are my least favorite by far, just because there is blowout risk. There is blowout risk with these picks. So I would mix and match these first 3 and then just a side of caution with these picks, because there is blowout risk here. This is like an 11.5 point spread or a 10.5 point spread. But as far as the bonus picks, and like I said, they are my least favorite, but Paolo Banchero, 20.5 points. If we go over here to Orlando, they get a really, really good matchup here going up against Detroit. Let's go to points. Detroit is the 4th worst at giving up points to opposing power forwards. Paolo Banchero here is their highest usage player. I don't know why this line, obviously it has blowout caked into it a little bit, but it's already below his season average in a smash spot here going up against Detroit. He was in a good spot up against Utah. He crushed this line. He did play Detroit a couple games ago. I believe I had his points this game. He trolled, but game did stay competitive as well. I don't know why the minutes were a bit low. I'm not sure something happened there, but she'll play low to mid 30s minutes in a competitive game. It's just a really, really good spot here up against Detroit. Blowout is caked into this, so that's why it's below his season average. But if you want to play this and play for a competitive game, the line is too low. If this game stays competitive, it's a really, really solid bet. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do with your own money. I'm going to caution you that these last 2 picks are my least favorite picks. So throw Banchero in there if you want. And then the next one we're going to be going to is Steph Curry. And his points at 25.5. And it's not a good matchup here up against Boston. But if you guys do watch Boston versus the Warriors, this is going to be kind of baked into, like, you know, Celtics like to play a ton of drop versus Steph Curry. They kind of like to let the Warriors outside of Steph Curry try to beat them, or try to let Steph Curry beat them by themselves. You know, try not to let others get hot. That's what the Celtics have done in the past. I do prefer Paolo Banchero to Stephen Curry, by the way. If you were to have a lean on which one of those picks, if you wanted to mix and match these. But yeah, Celtics in the past have played a lot of drop coverage for Steph Curry. What that means is Steph, you know, he's not going to be, you know, heavily contested a ton on his 3-point shots, etc. And this line is like a couple points lower than where it was a few days ago. Once again, below risk here. Warriors, they're pretty bad. Boston, they're one of the best teams in the league. So this is juiced on the over as well. But yeah, mainly, you know, Boston schemes up against the Warriors and drop coverage here is the reason why I like this one. But like I said, I'm going to caution you. Those are my 2 least favorites. If you want to mix and match them, that's fine. I'm going to do a write-up in Discord about both of them. But these are the main 3 that I like. So let's have another good night, and I hope you guys win, and I will talk to y'all in the next video.